Hey everyone, we are here today at Playhouse Square in Cleveland, Ohio, and as you can see from behind me, we're talking about Hell's Kitchen. With me today is Desmond Seal Ellington, who plays Davis in the national tour. Welcome. Thank you for taking the time.
Thanks for having me.
So, first of all, I saw the show, and I just want to say you played that role. Like,
Yeah, you're not just saying that because I'm sitting next to you.
no, like, it was one of those roles where we talk about, and I'm like, I don't know if I want to interview Davis, because Davis, like, it was one of those kind of, like, you played that, and your vocals were amazing. But let me just ask the first question. What do you think about how the tour is going to translate to a national audience, as opposed to Hell's Kitchen being near Hell's Kitchen?
Yeah. Well, first of all, I am so excited to take this show on the road because the people have been waiting for this show. Ever since it opened on Broadway, it's been the talk of the town. And we all know how it is when something explodes in New York and everybody's clamoring to go and see it, but it's hard to get to New York. It's hard to see these shows a lot of times. So the joy of my career so far has been able to tour and to take these amazing shows right to people's homes so they can go right up the street and have the same experience that you would have in New York. So the people are waiting, and we can't get there fast enough. So we have a few more weeks here in Cleveland before we.
You can stay longer. I'll just say that. Like,
we can stay longer?
I would love you to stay longer.
I think some other cities
Everybody just come here.
might feel some type of way about
just
that.
come here. That's all.
But yeah, it's going to translate because it's just a moving story about love, about relationship, and mostly about community. And I always say, in the times that we live in now, community is so important. We both know how important that is. So to be able to show that that dynamic is going to translate across the country.
I agree. I think one of the things I was thinking about from seeing the commercials and the promotions for the show is it's not necessarily just about Allie's journey. It's about the community and the family. Who would you say this show is for? Like, should they bring a date? Would you say it's for moms and daughters? Who is this show for?
Well,
in your opinion,
I would say, and I can back this up as well. It's for everyone.
Okay.
Because first of all, the music of Alicia Keys, as we all know, is for everyone.
Absolutely.
You know, the global phenomenon that she is and that her music is, that has transcended not only different cultures but generations.
Right.
We have people in the show like me, who I remember when her first album came out when I was in high school, and we have people in the community, or in the cast, who are like, oh well, I know some of her newer, so transcending generations is what this music is. So anything tied to timeless music like that is going to be for everybody. So bring mama, daddy, grandma, cousins, and then little niece and nephew, and make it a family affair, because it's an amazing show that everybody should see.
And I think it's a family story.
Yeah.
So as I was watching it, at first I was like having flashbacks of as Allie's trying to get the guy, having flashbacks like, oh, I remember those days when you're outside,
so relatable,
like,
right?
hey, wanting with your friends, wanting to talk to that guy. But then also I could translate it to being like, as a mom, like, oh gosh, I hope my kid don't do what I did in those days. So, I just really love the story of us and seeing it on Broadway. Seeing it here from Broadway. So my next question is, because this is the national launch, so we're your first stop. Is it being workshopped, or it's still clean and we're just going to just keep moving it? Like, did you have to change much from Broadway to Cleveland?
Well, there are some tweaks that we've had to implement because we're a moving stage that moves from city to city. It's going to work a little bit different than a stage that's just set in a Broadway house. So we've had to make some adjustments for that sake, but the story is still the same. The movement is still the same. Singing is still the same. So we're giving you what you would see coming to New York.
Okay.
Yes.
So we have some questions from some of our readers and fans.
Ooh, I'm nervous.
All right. So one is from Teresa, who happens to be one of our writers. Teresa from Cleveland. It says, the musical took 13 years to create and bring life on stage. How do you feel your career experiences have prepared you for this type of role?
Wow.
Oh.
My theater, that's a good question. Everything that has led up to this point, I feel, has prepared me. Before I started theater, I was actually a background singer. And so I would travel and tour with different R&B artists and gospel artists and different things like that. And so Alicia Keys' music was always part of the R&B canon of music that I would have to either learn or sing, perform, those type of things. And so I even remember when I first heard that there was a musical about, with that Alicia Keys was doing, I was like, what? I was like, okay, and then ended up being cast in it, which is insane. And so the R&B side of the music, I was like, oh yeah, we've been singing this music since, again, forever. So from being there when the album first dropped, when the video would premiere on 106 in Park or TRL back in the day, to now playing it on stage. I've been preparing for this moment for a long time.
And you get to sing some of those songs.
I do. I get to sing some of my favorite songs, which is so crazy. "Falling" is always one of my favorite songs. "If I Ain't Got You," which I'm able to sing in the show as well. And not only sing the songs, but they've been reimagined in such a way that you're like, oh, that's not how I dreamed the song to be, but it's still that same kind of nostalgic feeling. So
yeah, that's what I thought. Like for you to sing "Falling," I was like, oh wow, man, singing it works though,
It works. That's what.
Or one song that was about a love, and now it's like mom and daughter, and I'm like, all right, so you get to see the versatility of the music, and you brought it to be your own. So that was pretty amazing. Another question from Dr. Shamara Hutchins from Cleveland is, what's the most valuable lesson you've learned while doing Hell's Kitchen?
Oh. That's a good question. I know they hit them with the deep questions this morning. Okay, what's the most valuable lesson I've learned? This show, because I've been with the show now for going about 2 years. Because I started with the Broadway company and the Off-Broadway company. So I've been in a minute. And like the previous question said, that this show has been in the works for over 13 years. Do you know, I've done things for 13 months, and if it didn't work out, I gave up. I was like, maybe it's not supposed to be.
I'm just saying.
You know what I mean? So I'm like, if, watching and hearing the story of something that's been in development for 13 years, and now getting to this point, lets you know that any dream that you have, any goal that you may have, it's so worth it to not give up. It may take some time. It's going to take some time. Anything that's worthwhile is going to take time. But if you don't give up on whatever that is, it can turn into something so huge and Hell's Kitchen, Broadway smash, 13 Tony nominated, show. Who knows what is at the end of your dream if you don't give up. So that's a lesson.
That's awesome.
I'll take it.
All right, one more fan question.
Okay.
It's from Renee from Cleveland. If you could describe the musical in one word, what would it be?
Okay, Renee, I'm going to take you down south where I'm from.
Okay.
The one word would be "fi."
Okay.
And if you know what that means, you know. That's the word I would say.
Okay. Awesome. Well, thanks so much for your time.
Thank you for having me.
We're sitting here with Desmond Seal Ellington from Hell's Kitchen, the national tour here in Cleveland, but probably coming to a city near you. So
yes, we're on our way.
Thanks for your time.